What is up? Today we're going to break down how Canva became the 40 billion darling that Australia has given birth to. Yep, that's 40 with a B in just a couple of years. We're going to break down the strategies, how they're growing the business, and why Canva is so good at what it does. Alright, for those who don't know, Canva is basically a design software. It makes it easy for you to become the designer of your dreams without necessarily being a designer. It allows moms, dads, grandmas, everyone to have that skill set of looking like a great designer, giving you the portfolio access of fantastic illustrations and all these templates without necessarily knowing how to design at all. It truly gives you some sort of a superpower. You can talk of it as one of the movements with this entire segment of products that helps you look powerful without necessarily needing the skills to be powerful. No code tools, low design software, and so on and so forth. Canva started a couple of years ago in 2012 when Melanie Perkins created Fusion Books, which was her first startup. Fusion Books essentially did illustrations and designs for school books and yearbooks. And in doing the designs and teaching students, she learned that all these students were finding it quite difficult to go ahead and create design in this illustrative, boring software that they were using. So she used that inspiration. Fusion Books, by the way, is still a success, and she created Canva with her co-founder. Now, Canva launched in 2013, and just within their first year, Canva had explosive growth. We're talking about almost 3,700 signups or so a day just within the first year. Now, what makes Canva so special? Why did they get the explosive growth they got? Well, let's dive straight into that. There's a few factors that go into why Canva is as successful as it is, beyond just a fantastic product. It was engineered for success, and it was engineered for growth. First thing is the product's ease of use. It's extremely simple to use, and the time to value is very, very fast, and we'll speak more about that later in the video. It's got a fantastic community behind it. We've got so many videos and tutorials of people speaking about how to use Canva to achieve an outcome. So what they've done is they've created this movement of tutorials where people can basically sell courses built on top of the software, therefore in the end channeling the software's growth. The third point is they've covered every corner of content and SEO physically possible, and they're doing more so. We'll talk more about this later in the video, but you will understand why SEO and inbound has been one of their biggest playing factors in growing their business. Point 4 is they've got an extensive library. That means you're looking for templates and stuff that might cost you a bunch of money. They've just got all of them license free that you can use to grow your business and your brand. And the other point, which is point number 5, is their outcome-based product. That means when you go to Canva, you're not just looking at a completely obscure solution, something like what Adobe and other complex design software do, but they make it very relevant. When you come to Canva, you're probably coming there for a Facebook post, a Google ad template, looking for a LinkedIn post or LinkedIn poster, and they actually segment down their dimensions, not on random numbers like 1200 by 600, but they actually say, okay, this is how a Facebook ads dimensions will look like, this is what a Facebook post dimensions will look like. So that relevance essentially fulfills the requirement of a customer when they come looking for this particular solution and are given that exact solution they're looking for. Canva is part of what is the anti-complex movement. So in this case, the anti-Adobe movement. Adobe's been around for a lot of years, and it's no secret that Adobe requires a significant amount of experience for you to understand how to use Adobe to even be good at it, whether it's After Effects, Photoshop, or whatever it is. Canva comes in as the anti-designer. It champions you in the front, telling you that, look, you don't need to do much, we'll handle majority of the work, and in the end, you're going to have a fantastic product that's going to let you scale, grow your business without the requirement of a designer. What makes Canva extremely successful, the last point in this section, is their time to value. Now, for those who are not aware, time to value is basically the amount of time and steps the consumer has to experience before they feel that aha moment in your product. The shorter it is, the better it is, because once they feel that value, it means they're basically activated, in a sense meaning that they feel what you provide to them as a product, and therefore they will convert to maybe a paid user or they'll be more loyal. With Canva, it's extremely simple. You can pretty much design, you can publish, and then there you go, success. In just 3 simple steps. And depending on which version you're using right now, in the early days, they didn't even need you to sign up. And the only time they'd ask you to sign up is when you actually had to click on the publish button. These are very, very basic, but very important points behind why Canva is such a successful business. Now let's talk about what Canva has done to grow at this aggressive pace and how they're continuing to grow further and further and further. Maybe do a bit of a deep breakdown into their growth strategies. Canva employs what's known as programmatic SEO. What programmatic SEO basically does is it lets the consumer experience a very niched and targeted search term. So let's assume that we're going to take Canva for example. Let's say you're doing restaurant menus design, right? So the head term would basically be restaurants. The primary search term would be the Japanese restaurants, and the secondary search term will be cheap Japanese restaurants menu, right? So if I want to design for that, obviously not cheap, but you get my point. You're basically searching for a combination of words that can be iterative, because then you can change the cheap to exotic to maybe North Sydney, from North Sydney to South Sydney. So you can say North Sydney Japanese restaurants, exotic Japanese restaurants, then exotic Italian restaurants, blah 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 blah. And then you got a barrage of different websites, all targeting different aspects of a menu design per se. So that's one of the things that Canva employs really, really well, but in its own flavor, which is the second point I'm going to speak to you right now. So what Canva employs is known as the jobs to be done framework. It's detailed in a lot of words online, but the easiest way I can explain it to you is it pretty much is a framework of marketing that is used to solve for a customer problem where they're trying to solve for something, right? I want to go ahead and get a job. I want to fix the wheel tire. I want to replace the oil in my car. I want to design an ad for my Facebook campaign. So the jobs to be done framework is what they do, and Canva basically create a crap ton of pages, right? Is how to grow my Facebook account, how to add a new Facebook ad, how to do this, how to do that, and all of these things that they target then funnel them into the product. Just another example that they often do is how to become a designer without using Photoshop, or how to create a Facebook ad without using Photoshop. The second one makes more sense because no one wants to become, you can be a designer without Photoshop, and that actually works too. You can say how to create an Instagram post without using Photoshop. These are the things in the job to done framework that you can use, that Canva uses to grow their business. The other thing that Canva does, third point, is community-based growth. Canva really champions their creators as well as their supporters and community members. If you go on YouTube right now, there's almost 640,000 different tutorials that Canva has. Forget the offline tutorials and paid courses. All these people are basically growing Canva for Canva as well as their own brands. And it's a fantastic position for a product to be in, where the end consumer, the prosumer, is basically growing their own business by leveraging this particular product and then teaching their value to someone else as well. In this prosumer market, as mentioned in the previous point, they collaborate with a lot of influencers. In fact, one of Canva's earliest champions was Guy Kawasaki, and he was pretty much one of the forefronts of Canva's mission statement in helping them grow their brand and business, and it really helped them step up into the marketplace as well as get that reputation amongst venture capitalists to look as a serious threat to the entire design industry. Another thing Canva does really well is on-trend keywords. What I mean by on-trend keywords is the relevance and the intent to which people are trying to find Canva, which is, maybe I want to say meme maker. I want to create a new ad for Facebook, as I mentioned before. I want to go ahead and create a GIF on a particular meme that's just taken off. Canva will be one of the first to show up over there in a very tasteful way. That's what I really appreciate about Canva, is they attack and target these new trends that come in, but they do it in a tasteful way that blends directly into their branding of elegance, ease of use, and delightfulness. One of the other things that you really need to appreciate with Canva is the simplicity of the website. It's not changed much over the past few years, but the tiny changes they've made have improved their overall conversion. In the end, if you look at the website, it's a simple button with a value proposition saying sign up now with a simple email address. That's all it is, and that's all they do for you to come into their funnel. One of the key and probably the biggest ways Canva has grown as a brand is their freemium model. Canva's freemium model is a very healthy model. They let you get access to pretty much majority of the application without ever hammering you with those annoying upgrade skills that they want you to upgrade with. However, they do it in a tasteful way. When they ask you to upgrade, they don't ask you to upgrade just when you sign up, when you access the app, when you use every single button. They ask you to upgrade right towards the tail end, right? Once you've gone ahead and got the value, they've given you the value, you've downloaded the video or the photo, whatever it is. At that point, they say, hey, by the way, do you want access to a bunch of other more things? If you want, here it is. So it's very tasteful because they're not restricting you or stopping you from accessing your existing product, which, you know, a lot of companies do. They give you that, but they also offer you an addition of extra features that you might want in terms of higher quality, more credits, maybe more templates. And that has been a massive push for Canva in terms of their growth, just in a freemium based model, as well as the conversion cycle. In fact, if you've been a Canva user of the past year and a half, you would have noticed the past year or so, they've gone quite aggressive in their paid model, and they're pushing more people to go to the paid plan. The other thing Canva does is search engine marketing really well. And we're going to talk about three particular pillars. One is, you know, the branded keywords that they do, one is goal-oriented keywords, and the other one is solution-based keywords. Now, what do I mean by goal-oriented keywords? Goal-oriented keywords are basically top of the funnel. That means this person is not sure how to make this thing happen, but they want to figure out how. So it comes down to the jobs to be done framework. They say how to create a business card, or how to grow Instagram account, or how to create 10 different Instagram posts. They basically find that iterative keyword list that they want to go ahead and target and pretty much create an entire PPC ad campaign or Google ad campaign for that particular time. The other point to mention is solution-based search engine marketing or paid pay-per-click campaigns. Solution-based is not top of the funnel. This set of customer is aware of what they're trying to solve, what they're trying to do. But instead, what this customer essentially wants to achieve is a set of tools that can make this outcome they want to get a lot easier. And in which case it's going to be tool-based, so solutions. So I want to let business card maker, business card builder, business card designer. It's not how to create a business card. Remember, that's different. That's very top of the funnel. I'm trying to work out how to even do that. This is, I'm aware of what I need to do. I just want to find an easy tool to do it. And Canva does a great job at targeting those particular keywords. Now there you go. That's a brief breakdown of how Canva has grown to a $40 billion business in a very short, concise video. If you like this, you want to share with your friends and family, please do like and subscribe below. And I'd love to see you grow the community along with me. And if you've got any other videos you want to suggest, please pop them in the comment section and I'd love to cover that. Maybe even go with Atlassian's growth strategy or Veed's growth strategy next. Thank you, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.